Hello, everyone. How is your weekend going? I'm just starting my Saturday right now, and it's 8:41. It's a little bit late for me. I usually wake up earlier, but today I decided to sleep in, treat myself, and slept in. The kids are still asleep, so I'm like, let's do some live today and hang out with Facebook today because apparently time crept up on me and I haven't done a live last week, and that's bad. I promised to go live twice a week, but things happen, life happens, and it's okay. There's the weekend. I still have the weekend to do my live. So that's why I'm here. So excuse my morning voice. I just woke up a few minutes ago. Of course, I still had some time to get myself ready because I just feel ready to take on my day if I get ready right at the beginning, right when I wake up, when I fix myself up and shower and have my breakfast. Anyway, enough about my morning. So I'm here to talk to you guys about um, I'd like to make this a story time. So this is just to make it a little bit more interesting, something about my own personal story on how I lost 20 pounds, the belly fat, and keep it off. Because I know how much this is a struggle for a lot of you guys, for a lot of moms especially. I've had 3 kids and it's different really for each pregnancy for me. So I started young. I was around 19 when I got pregnant and I gave birth when I was 20, and it was a little bit easier for me to jump back on and go back to my pre-baby weight because I was young. My metabolism just loved me, and I was young. I had the fountain of youth, and I could really eat anything and really still lose weight. So I was able to bounce back really quick after my first one. The second one is not too hard, a little bit more challenging, but not as easy as the first one. And then the third one was that's the one that's a struggle. So I was already in my early 30s for my third one. So my third one is now 6, she's turning 7. And that's when I just really hit the slump a lot. And I couldn't lose my weight. I gained a lot. Every pregnancy, I would gain probably about 50 or more pounds. And I'm a tiny person, I'm 5'1". So that's a lot of weight for me. And you can tell if I do gain weight. And for the third one, it was just really tough to work work for it. I mean life got busy too. My job, I have a full-time career by then, established job, and I had 2 other kids to take care of. They were starting to have all their activities, and just everything just started to happen at the same time, and I just wasn't, I guess, prioritizing myself either, and I wasn't getting any younger either. So I've always been into working out, and that came easy for me, but it's after just third baby, the belly won't budge. It just wouldn't go. I was at my heaviest. I was older and the progress just seemed slower for some reason. And it kind of makes sense, I guess, depending on the situation in my life back then. So I know I have a few moms here that I'm friends with on Facebook. So I'm gonna ask some of you guys, how many of you can relate to this? How many of you have multiple kids? And at the beginning, maybe it was easy for you guys to shed the weight off after the first babies, and then after, as you get older, it just seemed it just wasn't doing you. The universe just wasn't in your favor, basically. So with my personality, the more challenging it is for me, though, I was more motivated to really work hard on my goals, right? That's just me, that's just my personality. So I worked out consistently as much as I can. I ate well. I ate really clean most of the time, to a point that I didn't even do any cheat meals or cheat days or cheat meals or anything. I really cut out all the bad stuff, and I really just went all 9 yards. I loved working out to begin with. That wasn't a problem. And I really fixed up my nutrition. But okay, it came to a point where I became too neurotic about it, where if I didn't hit my goals for that week or day, if I didn't check off all my workouts, if I didn't check off all my food, I was stressing out. I was really 100%, okay, let's say 90% avoiding unhealthy foods. I was at a point where I was avoiding social events because it was stressing me out. Like, I didn't want to get tempted with all the foods, and I didn't know how to deal with it because I know I was just going to beat myself up if I messed up. So I was avoiding social events. I was avoiding when there's family gatherings on the weekend. I would just stay home and just, hit the gym, work out and stuff. And I missed out on a lot of things because I become so obsessed with trying to hit my goals 100% of the time. And I became okay. I hit the point of burnout basically. So I did a little bit too much. I became so obsessed with the healthy and fit lifestyle living, and it became a little too much. And I hit the point of burnout, and so I had to reevaluate everything and ask myself, is this really what I want? I mean, is it all worth it to have your six pack abs, but you're all at the same time, you're missing all the fun stuff as well? You're missing all the family gatherings, you're missing all your happy hour with your girlfriends and all those fun events. And I had to ask myself twice, three times, is this all really worth it if I do this for the rest of my life? I mean, this is something that's I've committed to be doing for the rest of my life. I don't want to let go of myself anymore and be unhealthy. So, but if I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, I had to weigh things out. I have to ask my for the rest of my life versus missing out on those memories that I could have created. Okay, so I had to go through that mental switch myself and say no, this is not definitely worth it. Family first, life first. To me, life should be a priority more than any fit goals or six packs, abs, or muscles. Okay, I mean, those are good goals to have, to be healthier, to live a healthy life and live longer, but not to a point of obsession. Okay, there are numerous ways to lose weight. Okay, but the point is you have to pick something that works for you. And to me, what worked for me was flexibility. So I had to do flexible dieting so I can make room for all the stuff that I love. And so I just don't neurotically beat my track everything and make sure everything is healthy, everything that goes through my mouth is counted and healthy, to create a more sustainable way of doing things for life, right? If you want to lose weight, if you want to have permanent results, if you want to have an enjoyable life, there's no need to sacrifice your lifestyle. That's my point here. And after I went through that mental switch, that's when I maintained the pounds I lost. Because before that, I would go back and forth. This is too much. I would lose the pounds that I needed to lose and really just go ham on it and never left anything for error. There's no room for the fun stuff. And so what happens is, sometimes I break down and cave in. I end up overeating, kind of gaining the weight back again, and then beat myself up, and then try to go ham again and try to do things 100% perfect again. It's just a cycle, and I never kept things off. And after that third baby, it was harder for me, like what I said, and I just never kept things off, never sustained it for a longer term. And after realizing, making that mindset switch, everything just worked out. Now I don't have to worry too much about, I don't have to stress out when I eat out. I don't have to stress out and avoid these social events. And I just enjoy life, basically. So that's my tip for you guys today. If you want to get into this healthier lifestyle that you want to be in, I just, that's one tip I want to embark with you guys with this live is don't stress too much about it, okay? Don't be too hard on yourself. We tend to be too hard on ourselves because we're just our worst critic, we're our worst judgment. So don't do it. Give yourself some grace. Give some room for the fun stuff and enjoy life, okay? And I hope you guys, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.